So, hello everybody. My name is the one and only artist. For the people that don't know me, this video is in really high effort in the sense that I'm just freeballing here. This video is just to show off a Blender rig I'm doing right now for the character known as Megaman. I mean, of course, you pressed on the video, and I'm sorry if I may speak badly or not to your liking. I'm not really a English speaker. My first language is Spanish and I'm Dominican, and I really don't have the needed expensive tools for recording audio in a better way. So this is pretty much the only way I can record. Right now I'm recording from my phone. This is just a quick video to show off my model. So now that I have told you about why the audio may be somewhat bad, let me explain what I'm doing. First off, I want to show off my model in the non-rendered view. As you can see here, the normals may seem messed up, and I'm going to deactivate the solidify modifier I have applied for the inverted black hole, which is the effect I use for outlines, so you can see the normals in their most pure sense in the non-rendered view. So right now I'm deactivating the black hole so you can see the normals properly. And as you can see here, the normals are modified. What I did was I smoothed the shading by going into edit mode, pressing all vertex, and going into normals and smooth vectors. This is what I did from my start, but afterwards I got this add-on for smoothing out normals, and afterwards I modified by hand the normals. You can see here that I have some sharps set up for my shading, and what I did is that inside the sharps I modified the rotation of the normals to force shadows on certain camera angles and light angles. As you can see in the non-rendered view, it may look weird. This is because I modified them by hand. I had to use a somewhat destructive topology, I guess you could say, to get these normals, but in anime shading for 3D models, it is considered pretty common. When doing this model, I strive for the Guilty Gear XRD or Guilty Gear Stripe shading. This model is based on the Megaman 8 character design for Megaman, mixed with the American style artwork for the Megaman 7 art box. The Megaman 7 box art, sorry. I added some muscles. I don't know how you would call this, I don't remember fully. And in the most important part I have to talk about is the face, because in the Guilty Gear XRD style of shading, it is very important that the face has a certain topology made for the anime shading. As you can see here, the face is not modeled like common faces are. I strive to achieve the Guilty Gear XRD style, so to do that I have to use this destructive topology. What I did was I used the cut tool to cut the shadows for parts of the shading I wanted to keep, such as the Rembrandt triangle, I think it is called. And so I applied the sharps to keep the normals sharp and modified the normals myself by doing planes and then copying and pasting the vectors. As you can see here, it is very obvious that the normals are modified since the mesh doesn't have photorealistic shading in the non-rendered view. I modeled this face fully by myself, and I feel very proud of it. Overall, I feel very proud about this model. Right now, I have only gone through the modeling part and part of the texturing. I'm also doing a bit of the rigging, but I'm having trouble with that. So next video I will show off what I have done to fix these issues. Right now, let me show you my rig. As you can see here, the rig is not fully completed. I need to do some weight managing in the weight pane, but as you can see here, my topology does help with the shading. Around the mouth, instead of adding topology, I simply just triangulated the faces to connect with the mouth. This is because when moving the mouth, the shading alongside the mouth changes as well. To keep plain shading and plain normals, there are it is supposed to have no faces that can affect the shading. So by simply triangulating this part and not having any real topology in there but just faces, you can avoid having undesired lighting. I also added this small parting here for the shadow under the mouth, and the shadows I designed them in consideration of the classic Megaman style of shading in the cartoons and in the Japanese media. It is somewhat simple compared to other anime shading, but I think it is somewhat interesting because of that. Now I'll show off the render view so you can see it, and this is without the black hole applied. So as you can see, I modified the normals to act differently to the light than it would normally do because Blender has a photorealistic system for lighting. By modifying the normals by myself, I am able to achieve this kind of shadows. I do some show off of the lights, and I want to show off the face because this is the part that I put the most effort in. The eyelashes were modeled in another mesh different from the face. This is because I want to move them and stretch them to close and open the eyes. As you can see here, here's the Rembrandt triangle. Depending on the camera angle, I can get different shadows, and overall I'm pretty proud about my work. As you can see, the lightning is pretty anime-like and I'm proud of it. I'd like to think what you guys think about this in the comment section. I'll probably post this in the Megaman Reddit as well to show it off and maybe get some constructive critics from you guys. I also have a question about managing the eyelids because right now the eyelids ain't modeled into the face itself. I have seen tutorials on how to model the face, but none of them that I have seen have actually shown how the eyelids are supposed to work. Because when opening and closing the eyelids, it would modify the normals in a way that would give bad shading and bad lighting. What I have done is that I have modeled some planes that stick to the topology for when the eye will open and close. That I will be opening and closing with the eyelash mesh. But I don't know if this is the common method used to do this, and I would appreciate if some of you could tell me if this is right or what to do. Now I'm going to apply the black hole and put his helmet back so you can see it. The black hole basically is just a solidified modifier with a outline material that's set up by just not showing the back part of the rendering and inverting normals. this leaves the effect of an outline. I guess this explanation is pretty simple. If you want to look up a better explanation, go for it. I'm not really explaining this too well. This video is a short and quick video, so the algorithm doesn't abandon my channel and I can show off some of my work, because I think that I have been somewhat lacking in my YouTube channel. So I'm going to do some 360s so you can guys see, and I'm wondering if it'd be a good idea to leave a link to the model. I think right now I'm not doing it because I first want to finish it by myself and then publish it to avoid anyone stealing. Not that I think any of you guys would, but just in case. However, I may change that in the future, and in that case I may publish the link in the comments. So if you really are interested in watching this model for yourself and using it in the state that it is right now, you can maybe comment and I will see if a lot of people feel interested in it so I can share it. But right now it is pretty early on and I'm not really convinced in sharing it right now because I am a small YouTuber and fear that my content may be stolen. But that may just be an insecurity of me, and it may be better to share it, so I'd like to hear what you guys have to say about it. So that's pretty much the whole video. I'll be showing just some more camera angles and showing off the lightning so you can see it. This video was really not a big amount of effort was put into it, because it really is just to show off how I've advanced with this model. I was originally planning to upload a video with the full rig once it was finished, but I believe it may take a lot longer than I expected, so I will be posting videos in parts showing off my advancements, and I hope you guys like them. So I hope that I'm welcome into the Megaman community. I will be posting this, as I said, on Reddit. I will be posting some postings and renders of this in the Reddit and DeviantArt maybe. My DeviantArt account will be also referenced in the comments or the description, as well as my Reddit account. And I hope you guys like it. This is the whole video, and this is the end of the video, and see you guys in the next part.
Jet Set Radio.